farm, family, community. This is Midwest Farm Weekly.
Good morning, I'm Elaine Wells, and thank you for joining us for Midwest Farm Weekly. In your news headlines, World Dairy Expo 2023 is underway with some youth contests starting over the weekend. Education seminars in the world's largest dairy-focused trade show begin on Tuesday. I spoke with an event organizer for some last-minute details.
Well, I would really encourage folks to download the World Dairy Expo app on their either iPhone or Samsung devices. And that's really a great way to just basically plan your visit right in the palm of your hand. You can purchase tickets, you can store those tickets in your wallet or right in the app. But you can also plan and look at the schedule and see which exhibitors you want to go see. You also are able to access our stalling maps for our dairy cattle exhibitors. You can see there are specific cows that you really want to make sure to check out during your time here at World Dairy Expo.
What do we need to know about the schedule specifically this year? There has been a little rearranging, so if you haven't looked at it, you need to.
Right, exactly. So our trade show will open up on Tuesday, October 3rd and be open until Friday, October 6th. So we really encourage folks to make plans to attend and see the trade show. It's just this melting pot of new ideas, new products that are being launched, new research that's being launched. And so really, if you don't have an opportunity to download the app, go to our website, worlddairyexpo.com. You can search. If there's a specific area of the trade show that you're interested in learning about, you can go right there and dig in and see who's going to be here, which companies are going to be represented, and then see what kind of products they're going to be launching. So it's, we're just so grateful to have this opportunity to host World Dairy Expo. Our team has been working so hard all year long.
We have to talk about the food. It is certainly a highlight. Where should people plan to eat?
Well, we have many great food vendors. Of course, one of the mainstays and one of the traditions, if you will, is the Badger Dairy Club grilled cheese sandwiches and their chocolate shakes. I know that's one of my personal favorites, but we do have a really nice food court that's out here. We also have our Tan Bark, which is a wonderful area that we have Tan Bark talks or educational sessions that kick off each day, Tuesday through Friday morning. But then we also have, it's a seating area. So folks can come, network, grab some lunch, grab some coffee. We have free milk that's provided by World Dairy Expo. That's right there. You can also watch the cattle shows. We have the screens showing up there. So that's a really nice space. But we've really worked hard to enhance the overall attendee experience here at World Dairy Expo.
Purchasing tickets in advance will save you $10, and you can either save them onto your phone or print off your ticket at home. Expo's website is a great place to get the rest of your questions answered. We'll have a link in the Midwest Farm section of wearegreenbay.com. Corn for silage harvest continues to move along at a swift pace. It's now 6 days ahead of last year. 53% of that crop is off the field. Farmers are making quick work of planting winter wheat. 39% planted. 16% of that crop has emerged. Soybean coloring at 85%. 52% of soybeans are now dropping leaves. That's just 1 day ahead of last year. Fourth crop hay, meanwhile, 88% complete, and that is 15 days ahead of average. Harvest season is a great time to remind ourselves of some ways to stay safe on our roadways and certainly around farm equipment, and that includes at railroad crossings. I sat down with Allison Dairyland, Ashley Hagenow, and the Commissioner of Railroads in Wisconsin for some important reminders.
Now, as harvest season is getting into full swing, you might, as a Wisconsinite, see more tractors and combines and other pieces of larger farm equipment on the roadways.
The most recent data from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics shows that the agricultural sector is still the most dangerous in America. A high number of those deaths and injuries happen on the road.
Even if we might be in a rush driving on Wisconsin roadways, or if there is a job to be done, it's always important that no one can take your place. You are invaluable to the state of Wisconsin, to society, to your family, friends, and everyone else. So it's really important to keep those safety reminders in place. Keep yourself safe on Wisconsin roadways this season, whether you are driving as a Wisconsin consumer or working on harvest as a farm worker or member of a farming family.
Railroads and agriculture go hand in hand. More than 60,000 carloads of food and agricultural products are transported via railway every week.
It almost takes a mile for a train to stop, and that's why When people are on the tracks, the trains can't just stop abruptly. And so we have to realize that a train cannot stop quickly. So the train has the right of way. And so we have to yield to them. And it's important that, especially with farm equipment now on the roads. In fact, I was in around Oshkosh this week, and I saw a lot of corn being chopped. And I actually was watching wagons go over the railroad crossings, and there are some dangerous crossings that only have stop signs, and the tractors have to go slowly out into the track. And so it is important that people realize that this time of year you have to be extra careful.
Every 3 hours, a vehicle or pedestrian is hit by a train in the United States. This year, one Wisconsin farm worker died in a train crash.
Patience is very important, giving yourself plenty of time to travel from point A to point B, making sure to yield to those larger pieces of farm equipment, as well as trains at railroad crossings.
Nearly 50% of vehicle train collisions occur at crossings with active warning devices.
That's a case with a couple of deaths that we've had this year, as people went around the signals and the gates that have went down. And so it's so important for people to realize they're there for a reason. You have to honor them and follow all the signage.
The commissioner says rail traffic is projected to increase in our state.
People are having a lot more time getting drivers for their semis. And so they project that 25% of our freight will be hauled by 2040 by the trains. There are more intermodal places being set up where we can have trucks drive and load things onto the trains, and the trains load things onto the trucks. And the more we can utilize that, the more train traffic and rail traffic we're going to see.
There are more than 4,000 public railroad crossings in Wisconsin. Still to come on Midwest Farm Weekly, a week dedicated to ag tourism in our state. We will take a look at the growing demand for on-farm experiences from consumers. We have heard a lot of buzz about this summer's drought and how it will affect our state's crops and other plants, but the trends also impact those who pollinate the plants. Here's a closer look at how Wisconsin's honey production is faring.
If you want to get the most accurate weather forecast, you got to ask those who live in this hive.
The bees are definitely dialed in. I mean, they have to. They need to pay attention to the weather. That's how they survive.
Carrie Sipniewski with the Rock County Beekeepers Association says when the weather patterns are tough, it stings the bees the most.
This summer, particularly in this area, it was incredibly dry. So I did notice a decrease in honey production on some of my yards.
The climate can determine how the bees do their jobs. As pollinators, they help bring food to your table. And if they can't do that,
we're going to start seeing ripple effects.
Beekeepers nationwide are seeing their hives die this year at record rates. Carrie says there's a lot of factors that can contribute to the hive's issues, but we'll feel the impact on our food.
I think in the future we're going to see higher prices just due to the more challenges that we're facing with bees.
The beekeeper says as a result of the past few months of drought, we need to be there for these animals so we also don't feel stung.
We should really, really support our pollinators.
This beekeeper tells me there are ways you can help the bees out. You can be strategic about the plants that you put in your own yard so that the bees can pollinate in your area.
Well, Ryan, we've now reached the part of the year where we don't need the rain anymore. We actually need dry fields for harvesting.
Yeah, and so far September was actually very, very dry. I'll get into that in just a few minutes. But your end of September averages, your average high looks to be around 67 degrees. Your average low, we started to dip into the 40s, 46 degrees. And our average monthly rainfall for September is around 2.92 inches of rain. So here we are for the year as of Thursday. So 22 inches of rain fell for us this year so far. September actually did drop us very much below our average at 24.93. And for 2022, we are well behind where we were at for that year of 27.72 inches. Now, again, here's our September data for you. We only got a ½ inch of rain here in Green Bay so far this month. We usually sit around 2.92 inches of rain. And again, our average is right on where we were at last year. But again, we were very, very far off from where we were at last year. We were at 3 inches of rain in the month of September last year. So our latest drought monitor still has a little bit of our location right on the perfect location for the drought monitor, but there was actually a little portion of Door Peninsula that just got put into the severe drought area, for us in the drought monitor. So overall, we are still in some drought conditions across all of Wisconsin. So what's the GFS model putting in the next 10 days in terms of precipitation? Looks like we'll get a little bit of rain for us over the next 10 days. The GFS is putting us at about a half an inch of rain between now and about 10 days from now. So precipitation outlook over the next 6 to 10 days, putting us in Wisconsin likely above normal, and out towards New England, very much below normal. Then we have some more above normal conditions out towards the west. So temperature trend, we've been talking a lot about this to start off the October. Look at this, 82 for us this weekend, 81 by Monday and Tuesday, and then we'll drop down to near average as we end off the week. So that's putting us very likely above average for us in terms of our temperatures between October 3rd and October 7th. So here's your temperature outlook for astronomical fall. Actually, looks like we'll be a little bit above average in terms of our temperatures, and precipitation right at normal for precipitation. So heading into the end of September, temperatures are likely to go above average and precipitation below average.
Well, Jeremy Hansen here from Fox Valley Technical College for Life on the Farm. And joining me today is Brandon and Cheyenne Ferry. Thanks so much for talking with me today. And Brandon, I want to start with you. First of all, I want to talk about World Dairy Expo coming up in a week or so. And first of all, tell me, what's your involvement been with World Dairy Expo in the past?
So we've probably been exhibiting there for the past 20 years or so. When I first started going to Expo, I guess I was more involved with, that would have been my 4-H years, so I'd have been more involved in exhibiting, helping some crews. I had been pretty young then, so I wouldn't have been running no strings. And nowadays we manage our own cattle there, and then we also do a tie-in string with anywhere from 20 to 30 head a year in that group.
Right, and that's kind of what I want to talk to you about, as well as like getting ready for Expo. You know, first of all, you know, what do you have to do on the animal side? And this is not just a week before Expo, is it?
No. It's a year-long commitment. I mean, you need to find that animal early on in their life, you know, so you got to have a good sense of cow sense, you know, what makes them their type for conformation. So once you pick a heifer that you're going to show, then it comes down to nutrition. You want to have top of the line nutrition. You want to have your grains on where they need to be. And every animal's different on the amount of proteins they need versus the amount of starches or energies they need. And then it's things, you know, clipping them throughout the year, keeping their hair growing good, keeping their hair quality good. And showing cattle's a little bit of a beauty contest. So you always want them in nice shape. You want that top quality hair to be nice and shiny. You want them to not be too heavy in flesh, but not too thin. You kind of want them in the right shape all year.
Right, and you know, besides the cows then, what do you take with you?
Pretty much the farm.
And we were joking about that before, but yes, I mean, you're packing up quite a bit just to support the animals.
Yeah, I mean, every show is different, but the week of Expo, we're there for 10 days, so we take, you know, everything from the amount of hay we need. So a lot of times with a string of 20 head, we'll go through 10 to 12 different kinds of hay, and you want to have different kinds of hay to keep the animals eating high palatable quality hay. And your grains, your shavings, straw, all your bedding material for them. And then displays. A lot of times we'll put up a cage over the top of the animals with fans hanging off of them to keep the airflow going nice.
So I want to ask Cheyenne, you know, you're behind the scenes here. Yep. What is your life like during that 10 days of World Dairy Expo?
Usually I am at the home farm. I keep things running here, and then I try to, you know, get there at least one show day for Expo. You know, other days, other shows I can get, you know, come on the show day, and especially now the last couple years our kids have been showing. So
right. And then how many kids do you have?
We have 4.
Yes.
4. Yeah.
So you are actually the glue behind the scenes to keep everything going.
Yep, sure, if you want to say that.
Right. So thank you. And finally, Brandon, you know, you're not only going down to World Dairy Expo to show animals, are you? You have other things you're doing, correct?
No, this year I'm fortunate enough that I get to judge the Milking Shorthorn show and look forward to doing it. And pretty exciting opportunity.
Right. Well, and thank you so much for sharing some of your insights on just what it takes, you know, and looking forward to, you know, kind of like the Olympics in the dairy world of World Dairy Expo. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So for Life on the Farm, I'm Jeremy Hansen.
Welcome back to Midwest Farm Weekly. This week we are celebrating agricultural tourism in our state, and the team at Mulberry Farm kind of does that year round, but Bonnie is certainly an expert on embracing the public coming to her farm. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Well, there is an actual official proclamation. Tell us a bit about what that includes.
There is. Well, I recently learned that Wisconsin has 3 main marketing enterprises.
Okay.
And they are manufacturing, agriculture, and tourism.
Okay.
So we've taken those 2 enterprises of agriculture and tourism, combined them, and made agricultural tourism. And Governor Evers has acknowledged that and sees the importance that it has to the state of Wisconsin, and proclaimed this week as Ag Tourism Week.
Well, it is nice to have an official recognition. You guys, though, have been doing this long before it was cool, so to speak. Remind us about Mulberry Farm and how you guys came to be, Mulberry Lane.
Yes. Well, Wisconsin has over 64,000 farms. Wow. But the average farm is only 122 acres. We're an average farm of 125. And today's farm is 3 to 4 generations removed, meaning grandpa is no longer handing down to the farm to his son, down to his son. A lot of the farmers nowadays don't want to continue for several reasons. So we've had to diversify. In 2005, we opened up our farm as a agritourism destination for our school field trips to educate children about farms and animals in general. And then in 2010, we had to diversify once again, and we started to do farm weddings.
Congratulations on a very sustainable business model for you, but hands-on seems to be the name of the game when it comes to all agricultural tourism. Why do consumers love to experience things like that?
Well, the current generation wants to learn where their food is coming from, and they want that hands-on farm experience. So they're getting in the car, taking that ride out into the country, and finding the farm that is open to the family to come in and experience the true farm experience.
Babies don't hurt. When is prime baby season at Mulberry Lane?
In May, all our baby farm animals are born, and it's very popular.
Yeah, we'll get that on our calendar. But if people are out having that egg venture and they happen to spot a very visible license plate, that is on purpose from the Wisconsin Agricultural Tourism Association. Talk a little bit about the Love Our Egg campaign and the generations that have really been involved in this.
Well, we're happy to announce that in many of your rest stops, you'll find this sign that you can pull out your phone, and there's a QR code on there. Just snap a picture of it, and it takes you to the Wisconsin Ag Tourism WADA website, and it will point out all those farm experiences you can participate in Wisconsin.
When people are thinking of ag tourism, certainly pumpkin patches, apple orchards come to mind, but we have a really diverse set of offerings. Who are some of the unique producers that you have had a chance to meet through your connections?
Well, it also includes your wineries, your breweries, anything that has a farm product base, like your grapes for your wineries and your hops for your beers. And then again, just interacting with the farm experience, whether it's that hay ride or picking a pumpkin right out of the pumpkin patch.
Okay, alpacas or people making soap, right? There is such a diverse amount of things. That map is so very handy. I grabbed a picture of it from the website. You can scan that QR code, or you can just head right to the website. And can you search by region as if you're looking to maybe only travel half an hour?
Correct.
Okay.
There's many ways that you can research it by the type of farm you want to visit, whether say a petting farm or a pumpkin patch or apple orchard, or like you said, a region.
All right, well, you can head to wiagtourism.com to find the map and a great listing of all of these businesses, and head to Mulberry Lane Farm. Give us your location so we can get a pumpkin like this.
We're 3 miles east of Sherwood on County Road B in Hilbert.
All right, congratulations on another great fall season. Plenty of time left to enjoy it. Thanks for being here, and congratulations on the Ag Tourism Week.
Thank you.
Have a great weekend, everyone.